Hi guys. Yeah. I'm sure many of you are familiar with having these moments, days, weeks, months, years, lifetimes, where you just get really, really fed up of other people and their fucking bullshit. People are full of fucking bullshit. Society, the world, the system, reality, whatever you want to call it, whatever the fuck this shit show is. I mean, people are full of fucking shit. It's unbelievable. They just will not shut up talking bollocks. Every now and then I meet somebody who is wonderful and who speaks well thought out words, you know, who speaks with some deliberation and with some discernment. But I find that most people are incapable of that. And when I say most people, by the way, I'm not talking about the organic portals here or the non-player characters or whatever you want to call them. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about souled, supposedly, people that, for one reason or another, just don't really want to do the work. They know what they need to do, I reckon. They know that this is what I need to do and that is what I need to sort out, and I need to look that in the face and break through that resistance within myself with my intention and my focus and my will. But I'm not going to do that because I just love being a victim. I just get off on it. You know, I'm perversely addicted to my victimhood, and I love it so much. And I love whining, and I love whining on Facebook. I love that so much. Because I'm so important. It's all about me. It's all about me. We all have narcissistic tendencies. There's no doubt about that. I mean, that's part of the course, having been born into this world, which is just like psychopath territory, it's feeder territory, it's parasite territory, it's narcissist territory. So that's what's been rammed down our throats. So, but then the whole point is that we address that, we look that shit in the eye and we own that, right? And we work through it. And as we go further into the great within, it, you know, and start to dissolve and resolve and work through stuff, it doesn't get easier, it actually gets harder. Because the New Age has a thinking that, just a minute, it has a thinking that, it gets easier and easier all the time, you know, and it just, and you start manifesting all these wonderful things like parking spaces, and like, who gives a fuck about parking spaces? Something somebody said, it just really fucked me up. I thought, this is bullshit, fuck off, I don't care about parking spaces. There's a shitload in life that I care so much more about than fucking parking places, man. So fuck off, sing your hook. That really fucked me off. No, it gets harder because, you know, the lower down is where you go within yourself, the darker the demons get. So you get to some really major heavy inner resistance that seems almost impenetrable, and it seems as if, right, this isn't going to move, this isn't going to shift. And when you get to those types of levels, I suppose you start to see that kind of shit outside of you in the field. Well, that's how I see it, obviously. You know, I'm very as within, so without. That I believe that with all my heart, because I've seen that play out over and over and over again. And at the moment, it's all these fucking people that, and I mean, some of them are really nice people, don't get me wrong, you know, they're nice people, but they're not doing the work. They're not fucking doing the work. Maybe they're meant to not be doing the work, you know, maybe that's how it's meant to be. And I know that ultimately, you know what, it's none of my business, of course it isn't, but I have a right to be fucked off about it. I do. And I am. I feel fucked off with that, because I think I'm fucked off with myself, because there's a part of me at the moment that it's like, I'm not fucking moving, I'm gonna stay in the dark on my knees. that's safe, because I'm not going to go into the light because it's all a trap. And it all harks back to this shit of, oh, evil always wins, people, don't you know? Evil always wins, and we're all stuck in this matrix, in this prison forever and ever and ever, and there's no way out because evil always wins and it's all powerful. And if you dare to challenge that, and if you dare to address that feeling and that notion and that terrible, overwhelming, crushing fear, because imagine, I mean, if that's true, that is seriously fucked up, right? That is the worst case scenario, without a doubt. And isn't that what we do as people? We're always fucking doing the worst case scenario, because hey, that way at least we won't get disappointed. No, we just end up living under a crushing, dark motherfucking weight all our lives, crushing, shattering the bones in our body, shattering our psyche, shattering our life. You know, everything just goes tits up in perpetuity forever and ever. Because hey, why? Because what? We deserve that? Because we're so fucking worthless, we deserve that? That's what we've been mind controlled to believe. You know, and that is ultimately also what narcissism is and whatnot. It's a reaction to trauma, severe trauma. It's a coping mechanism, but it's not good enough. We've all got narcissistic tendencies, you know. We develop those in order to survive. We're all used to living in darkness on our knees, thinking it's safer to stay in the dark. Again, it's a coping mechanism. You read the papers, right? Not that I do, but people do, man. I've got a neighbour who gets like all the papers. He gets the Daily Mail, he gets the Sun, he gets them all, right? Every morning at the gas station. I mean, you know, people are poisoning themselves every day, and the meme it's always the same, and it always has been. Evil always wins, there's nothing you can do, you're a powerless piece of shit, just go and live on your knees, stay in the dark, it's the best way, at least you won't be disappointed. And it comes out in all these conspiracy theories, which, yeah, there's a lot of really nefarious fucking shit going on. I was watching a film yesterday, it's called The Ballad of Buster Scruggs, and that is a nefarious and nasty, dark piece of doom programming. You know, the Coen brothers have done some really cool films, and I thought, well, I'm going to watch it, but just about a quarter of the way in, the guy with no arms and legs and all that little vignette, I thought, right, I'm calling it a day, because it actually made me feel fucking sick. I felt like I'd been poisoned, because that is what this shit is designed to do. It's designed to poison you. So again, discernment is everything, people, and I'm getting really, really good at that, and I'm very, very careful with just about everything nowadays. You know, when something feels off, I'm you know, away from it. But no, I just, oh boy. And I should have listened to my intuition, because it's sad. This film doesn't feel right, Anika. But I've been in one of these fuguey sort of states and moods, and I don't know. I think sometimes a little bit of the poison sets us to purging out poison from our system, as in homotoxicology. So I think it sort of was that way. It was a very Plutonian feeling, you know. It was all about evil as it manifests in this world, and what people will do to each other and to animals and to nature. So there's some really, really dark shit going on in this world. There's no denying that fact. Oh God, I've on one of my tendons again, like, but you know, okay, yeah, right, so conspiracy theories. I mean, you can go on YouTube, right, and there is a zillion people talking about stuff that they cannot prove, that they do not know is really going on, but no, it's a fact. I'm telling you, this is what is happening, and we're just supposed to sit there and believe this. And it's getting darker and darker and darker and darker, right? Now, most of us already know how fucking dark it is, believe me. We don't need to dig deeper and deeper and deeper ad infinitum and just stay with the darkness and the horror of it all constantly. Oh, this is all there is. Oh, it's terrible, it's disgusting. Oh, you know, because what the fuck, what are we going to do with that? Where is that going to take us? Is that going to help us to heal, to transcend, to transform, to do anything creative and good with that. It's not, you see. I believe it's important to awaken to what is going on. But what is going on is very, very, very big and complex. So how about trusting that that which we need to know will enter our field, as in our true self will always show us the way. Because you see, people, it isn't real. It's not real. It's all this business about, ooh, atoms, we're made up of atoms. So atoms are actually empty. There are no atoms. It's not fucking real. But I don't believe for even a moment that this is some sort of, prison from whence we can never escape, and we're here because we're being punished, or we're here because we're shit and we're worthless and we're bad, or evil always wins, or... And I honestly believe that it's a type of narcissism, that keeps people trapped in that perpetual downward spiral of negativity that feeds off of them, and it will suck you dry. My God, I've noticed this so many times. Hi, Jules, you alright?
Hey?
You okay?
Yeah, just about, don't you?
Well, it could be better, but could be worse.
Have a good day.
Yeah, you too, darling. That's one of my neighbours, Julie, she's lovely. So... it's like, you probably think I'm sitting here talking to myself. Oh, brilliant. Anyway, it's a perpetual downward spiral of negativity. And whenever I allow myself to get sucked into that and believe it to be true, as per my mind control, which we are all subjected to, everything starts to go very, very badly wrong. It starts to manifest in so many different ways. It's unbelievable. And I'm having a real struggle going on at the moment as per that, because there is a part of me now, having travelled inward and inward and inward and inward and worked very hard on myself and my consciousness, my perception, my journey. There are no words for it. It's very, wow. You get to that point, people. It gets darker, much, much darker before the dawn starts to show. And this is one of those moments where it's like, fuck. The perpetual, this really intense sense of, you're screwed, you're doomed, you're fucked. We're all fucked. Everything is going to be dark forever. Evil always wins. There is no light in the world, which is just blatantly not true. It isn't true. It isn't true. Yes, okay, we have to acknowledge the fact that evil is foul, and it is here, and it has done terrible things to this world. We can see this within ourselves, within our own psyche, and in the world all around us. We know this. But there is goodness, there is beauty, there is creativity, there is love in this world. There are people that do incredible, wonderful, amazing things for each other, for animals, for nature. There is all kinds of wonderfulness in this world, but they don't want us to see that. And there is our own shadow which doesn't want to see that. See, the archonic mind parasite, and I've said this before and I will say it again, we are basically, with our dark shadow, our dark consciousness, we are literally terraforming, energetically terraforming everything, because if we believe that evil is all powerful and that everything is a trick, and the false light agenda, which yes, there is a false light agenda, the new age, spirituality, religion, my God, and it's twisted, it's fucked up. But have a little faith in your own true self, people, that you will always know to discern what is right for you at any given moment. If it makes you feel like absolute shit and sucks the life out of you, then no. If it makes you feel stronger, courageous, inspired, truthful, focused, then that is a good thing, right? So just follow your own inner sense and have faith in yourself. I know that's really hard. I know. Because we are not used to having faith and trust in ourselves. We haven't used to having some sort of inconsequential bit of faith and trust in authority or the system or the guru or the church or whatever, whoever, wherever, right? That's what we're programmed to be like. We're always being told, oh, you're worthless, you don't know a fucking thing. You're just utterly stupid and incompetent, and you must trust those above you. Well, that's bullshit. Focus on trusting yourself, because time and time again you will find that it is good. You can trust yourself. I have found this out for myself as well. It's always panned out. So, bit of a rant today, people. And I'm not going to apologise, because I think it's good to get things off your chest. And I think we should all do that, because again, this is another part of it all. Like, oh, we shouldn't rant. We should be nice. Oh, that's not nice. Oh no, those are negative feelings. Now that is false fucking lie, you see. It doesn't like you to be fucking real and raw and, hey people, this is how I feel today. And I'm fed up and I'm angry because people are full of shit. I'm full of shit. You know what I mean? It's like that. All the shit that people care about, all the shit that my dark mind cares about, that matter not at all. What other people think or do really doesn't matter very much in the great scheme of things, unless it impacts you in a significant way, in which case you have to do something about it. But again, that will show up probably as a direct consequence of your own state of consciousness, because it does manifest. And when we are stuck in this really heavy, really dense, murky shit of, ooh, everything is fucked, we're all doomed, and we're like lemmings heading for the cliff, and evil will always manipulate us, and ooh and ah and all that, you know, no good will come of that at all. Yes, there is a concerted effort to keep us trapped. There is a concerted effort to keep us in a hijacked state of consciousness, to keep us, you know, to keep us as batteries and as tools to create the environment that the Archons want to live in, no doubt about it. And so it's very addictive to be that way, to be in that state of powerlessness and victimhood and rage and whatever. And most people don't even realize the rage and the victimhood and the self-hate. They don't even know it's there. Yet they live that out. They have beliefs that, you know, that show them, if they but paid attention, what's really going on within them. I do not believe that evil always wins. Yeah, my shadow mind believes that, and my shadow mind's been very, very like this, and it's been very heavy going, and I've been quite depressed, and I've had major anxiety attacks as well. But it's all purging, harmonizing, composting, and it's a good thing. It is. It's good. Because the synchronicity tells me what's what, you see. It shows up everywhere, and it tells me exactly what's going on, and my true self knows exactly what's going on. And so in that sense, no, I don't doubt myself. I trust myself. I trust my true self. I trust that there is a force in all that is powerful, and it is love. It's truth, it's courage, it's creativity, it's wisdom, it's compassion, it's empathy, it's protection, it's guidance, it's illumination, and there is always a way through. There is always a way through. But we need to utilize our own free will, our sovereign will, our intention, our focus, and to be willing to do the fucking work, people. We're not doing it all alone. It's not like, oh, we have to make it happen. No, it isn't quite like that. But, you know, you have to set your intention. You have to go in and say, hey, what am I thinking? What am I feeling? What does that mean? What's going on? Look into this. Why did I say this? Why did I go there? All of it. It's important. It's all important. Pay attention. Ask yourself what that is about. And if it's something that you realize is sucking the life out of you, then start to heal that. You know, start to say, hey, how do I love myself? How best to love myself? And I'll tell you something, you know, self-punishment, evil always wins, we're all doomed. That's self-punishment. That's what that is. It won't serve us. You know, it literally just turns us into gibbering wretches, and we've been that way all our life, and it's time to say fuck that shit, right? Enough is enough. So yeah, enough of the bullshit. Let's get real. Let's get raw. Let's be real. Let's be raw. Let's face what needs to be faced, and with courage, love, face that shit and work through it as best we can. Trust yourselves. Trust yourselves. You can. Your true self truly knows the way. You have a compass within your soul that knows the way. There is so much goodness in the world, but we've all been mind controlled ad nauseam to only see the negative. And consciousness creates reality, believe me, it does. So we create shit all the time. It shows up in the field, right? So we need to get with it. It's crunching time. I said it in my last video as well. Enough of all that shit. Let's create something lighter, more creative, more beautiful, because you see, we are worth it. We are precious. We matter. That is the truth. And love is powerful. That is the truth, people. Alright? I love you all. Have a really lovely day. Bye.